Hi Capricorn. You may have felt or thought that I forgot about you. I did not forget about you. I do apologize for the delay, but I did not forget about you. I was just guided to wait on your messages up until around this area. And I was thinking, Capricorn, as I'm setting up to film your video, I'm getting the impression that you're feeling unheard right now or unsupported. I know you're thinking, what else is new? I'm used to doing it all on my own and being the independent boss ass person that I am. And that's very true. I do understand that it's not necessarily easy for you to ask for help or to ask for, advice, to open up and things of the sort. But I feel as though now more than ever, you're kind of feeling maybe possibly irritable, or you're feeling overall unimpressed, okay? And I was guided to check the astrology of what's going on right now, and I was reminded by looking at the chart right here that Venus is currently in Capricorn. Now, for those of you who don't know, Venus does influence our relationships, like any one-on-one relationship that we may have, specifically romantic, but this can also be any other type of partnership. And this also speaks about our what it is that we find value in, all right? So this also pertains to money, all right? The things that we are doing in order to get money. So this could pertain to our work ethic, and also our overall dealings with money kind of thing. But anyway, so I'm feeling as though there's mention here of feeling as though something is not good enough, okay? Either your job, you're realizing that you're giving yourself away to a job that is not giving you the same type of, energy in return. Maybe you feel as though you're not making enough. Maybe you feel as though the amount of work that you're doing is simply not enough for the paycheck. Maybe you're feeling as though there is a relationship that you are not feeling valued in. Maybe in general, when it comes to love, you're not feeling appreciated, you're not feeling satisfied. So this may be issues that are going to be coming up in your reading, but I just wanted to simply remind you that it's not just you. It's not just, not everything going on right now is all in your head. There are really influences from the planets that are causing us to kind of start focusing more on, is this really worth it? Because time is money and money is time. So you're not going to be, now more than ever, you're not going to be in the mood to be focusing on things that are not rewarding, focusing on things that are not solid and are not going to be stable in the long run, all right? So I just wanted to give you that quick reminder / pep talk. We're all in this together. We love you. We have your back. You are supported. Those of you who are Capricorn suns, I hope you had an amazing birthday. We're going to start off your reading. I'm a little bit rusty on these, so please bear with me. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Capricorn, these messages are for you. I'm going to start off by looking into the overall energy surrounding you for the rest of January. Do not come to me telling me that it's too late for these January readings. There's no such thing as time. Time is a social construct. And at least when it comes to the spiritual realm, what we are connecting with today, they have no concept of time the way that we do. And so your messages are never late. Speaking of time, accelerated motion. Things are definitely starting to pick up for you. I feel as though, the month before your birthday or before your season is always the most chaotic. Maybe you had some time to rest during the holidays. Maybe the holidays were chaotic. Well, I'm telling you here that within the next 8 days, things are picking back up again, all right? So it's perfect time for you right now to rest, to get yourselves together, and to get yourself ready for what is to come. Because I'm seeing a project picking up. I'm seeing your intuition heightening. I'm seeing that you are on the go and that you are needed. So you need to be on your A game at this time. I know you're always on your A game, Capricorn, but it's really time to rest up and prepare for the next 8 days ahead, especially, all right? What else do we have here? We have Temptation card in reverse, interesting, followed by the, the Awareness card in reverse. Okay, so Capricorn, it's very important for the rest of January not to ignore your intuition, okay? And what I mean by this is when you know better, it is important for you to do better, okay? Sometimes I feel as though we feel like we have it all under control. We feel as though we have it all handled. We feel as though we are more responsible than the norm. Okay, you understand where I'm going with this? I feel so sometimes we can actually get ourselves into trouble by thinking that we can outsmart the trouble. Okay, so it's kind of like I feel as though you are dancing with the devil, dancing with temptations. You may have temptations around you, and you know that you must avoid them. You know that you need to do better. You know that there's other things that you need to focus on or prioritize, but there is still something within you that is causing you to kind of dabble into it or to look into it. Okay, let's make a random example. Let's say you need to save money. Absolutely, maybe it's something that you absolutely need to purchase, and it's very important that you get this done. Maybe it's a bill you need to pay. Maybe you're saving up for a new house, things of the sort. So there's something that you need to absolutely be saving on, but instead you are online shopping or window shopping. Okay, you're telling yourself, I'm not going to buy anything, but you're still looking into things. Okay, when you get emails from subscriptions telling you that there's a website that is having a sale, you will still go ahead and check out the sale. So it's kind of being aware, being aware of the times that we are tricking ourselves into self-sabotage, the times that we are tricking ourselves into doing what we know is not the best approach, and putting our own foot in our mouth, essentially. Okay, we also got the solar plexus chakra. So this is what I was kind of speaking on, like kind of the overconfidence that one feels that kind of causes us to make stupid decisions. Does that make sense? I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got triumph, and then let me pull some few more cards for you. We've got victory and success in the reversal. So you may be feeling as though things haven't really been progressing as of late, and maybe you're trying to be a little bit reckless here, and that's why you are kind of ignoring your self-awareness and things of the sort. We also got changes. This is financial and material changes. So like I'm saying, I'm feeling as though a lot of you are realizing things in terms of work. We recently had a new moon in Capricorn. I believe it was on January the 12th, and I feel so this new moon also represented a form of new beginning when it comes to our career lives. Okay, so maybe many of you realize a business plan that you would like to start off. Maybe you've realized certain aspects about your work, maybe aspects that you do love and aspects that you don't love, but I'm feeling as though it's really important for you to tap into and to put attention towards whatever awareness came about during the new moon, because I feel so there are decisions that need to be made, especially within the next couple of weeks. I feel so there are decisions that need to be made at this time, and they will help you move forwards in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. But so we have financial and material changes. I feel as though a lot of you are unsatisfied with the lack of acknowledgement that you may be receiving from your work situation. Just again, feeling unsatisfied and feeling undesired, feeling as though we are not being recognized for what we bring to the table. And I feel as though right now is really the time for you to, of course, be realistic, but also step into your power and go for work opportunities where you do truly feel inspired. But not only are you looked after in terms of bills, not only are you looked after in terms of your spirit, like you're feeling good, you're feeling motivated, you're feeling inspired when you clock into work, but also a place where you can actually thrive. Okay, a lot of you may have been sticking to a job because of history, maybe because it is due to your comfort zone. You feel good at this job, but it's also important to go somewhere where you can actually elevate, because I do know that the legacy that you leave behind is something very important to you, and that is why Capricorn is known as one of the most hardworking signs. All right, but be careful of what it is that you invest yourself in, no matter if it's work, relationships, anything. Just be aware of what you are engaging in, because there is mentioned here again with the temptation card in reverse. Okay, cool. Emotional loss and base chakra. So be careful of what you are dabbling into. I already said this, but more so like when you are feeling sad, when you are feeling insecure, when you're just not feeling your best self, do beware of what it is that you are putting your attention towards. I'm picking up on you needing to develop healthier coping mechanisms. And I'm going to tell you something right now, Capricorn. Diving yourself into more work or taking on any more type of responsibility is not a healthy coping mechanism. When you need a break, when you need to cry it out, when you need a rest, when you need to scream, it is not the time to take on more responsibility. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know right now that's actually gonna have the opposite effect of what we are trying to do. Okay, so rest and also just practice safe and healthy coping mechanisms. Okay, that's all I have to say. All right, that's all I have to say. I also don't want you to be blindly chasing your goals, blindly chasing a paycheck, for instance. Don't let yourself get tied to the devil. And what I mean by that is don't let yourself, again, blindly chase after something that is not giving you freedom, a sense of self, security in the end, okay? So don't get blinded by, again, like a paycheck. Don't get blinded by superficial things that may feel good in the moment, but in the long run, you know that they are eating away at your soul, okay? I know it sounds drastic, but that's kind of what I'm saying. So beware of what your true motivations are when it comes to what it is that you are putting energy towards, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let's pull the tarot cards and see what's going on. Let's look into finances and career, even though we've been talking about that for a while. Finances and career for the rest of January, please. Finances and career for the rest of January, please, for Capricorn. Finances and career. I know you may be feeling irritable, but it's not the time to overspend, and it's not the time to lose focus when it comes to any type of goals that you've may be having, all right? So don't give up is what I'm guided to tell you. Okay, so finances and career, please, for Capricorn. Finances and career for Capricorn. Okay, so we got the 6 of Cups, interesting, all followed by the 8 of Cups, Queen of Cups. There's a lot of water sign energy here, specifically Capricorn, or I'm sorry, not Capricorn. There's a lot of water sign energy here, specifically Cancer or Scorpio. And it's very interesting because Cancer is your sister sign, your polar opposite, essentially. Okay, so yeah, so this is interesting. So I am picking up on some of you being involved in some type of family business. Either you are following in someone's footsteps, like a family member's footsteps when it comes to work and career. Maybe you work in a family-owned like business. Maybe you're the one that runs a family-owned business. You may also be working with children or the youth, okay, or a community, but there's mention here of like community vibes, okay? But I feel so many of you, there is history where you are currently working, okay? If you're not working with kids, I feel so it's a job that you've been doing for quite some time. I'm picking up on 6 years, 6 to 8 years, but I'm feeling as though there is a change happening when it comes to work. Either you are overworking yourself and you're headed towards a burnout, or there is a project you've been working towards that is not having enough support in order to sustain itself. It's speaking about working towards something but having a lack of resources and a lack of opportunity to fulfill this dream that we have, okay? I'm also seeing mention here that there's something that we must walk away from, something that is actually pertaining to an emotional matter. So this could pertain to the job if you've been having this job for a very long time, or maybe the job that you do actually makes you feel good, okay? Especially if you're working with children or you're working with people with disabilities, or working with troubled youth. I do feel as though this is a job that makes you feel very good, but for some reason there needs to be you need to walk away from the job. I'm also picking up on people who are devoting themselves too much to their job and is actually having an emotional toll on your mental health, okay? So I'm picking up on needing to be a bit more distant when it comes to your job, okay? I'm not telling you that it's time to be heartless, not at all. We actually got the Queen of Cups here, followed by the King of Swords. So I feel as though when you're emotionally invested in a job, of course there's many benefits to that, but there's also mention here of not seeing things for what they are, not tapping into our logical nature as well. So again, maybe you're taking on too much work, or maybe your work is leaving you emotionally drained. Maybe the type of work that you do is very intense. Maybe it really affects your mental health in some way, and I feel so there's something there that needs to be acknowledged with that, okay? We have the 10 of Swords, so of course this could also indicate the ending of a job, either a termination or you walking away from this job, choosing to either take on less or choosing to walk away into a different field even. Maybe some of you need to acknowledge that this job is, while you love the job, while maybe it pays the bills, it's not the job for you, okay? We also got the High Priestess card in reverse. You may be feeling as though your job does not reflect your values. You may be feeling as though you've been having to set your moral compass aside in order to get in order to be able to continue working at this job. And maybe you are starting now to tap into your intuitive nature, your emotional nature, and you're realizing that this job is no longer fulfilling you. Last but not least, I'm also picking up on a lot of you following your dream job. You may have always dreamt of doing a certain job as a child. As you grew up, your adult brain probably started telling you all the reasons why you should not even bother with this job. I'm feeling like an awakening for some of you, and maybe you're now put in a position where it's actually could be a realistic thing for you to start doing this new type of field. So overall, I am feeling as though there is a mention of us emotionally walking away from something. So either we are closing ourselves off emotionally, or we are again tapping into our logistical, practical, rational side of the brain in order to be able to sustain this job. Or some of us are actually moving on to a different field entirely, okay? But whatever it is, I feel as though you've kind of been neglecting your intuition for quite some time, and I feel as though you've been steady at work. You've been focused, you've been continuing to dive into whatever it is, even if your intuition was telling you that there's something you should be doing differently, or maybe your intuition is telling you to quit it altogether. So I'm seeing here mention of needing to pay attention to any type of signs, any type of synchronicities. I feel as though your guides are trying to communicate with you through your intuition, through your dreams, and through, like I said, synchronicities. And it's important for you, like you would really benefit from listening to them, okay? Yeah, what else? I'm also experiencing. I'm also picking up on lack of support from a father figure, from a masculine in your life. This could be someone that is related to you. This could be a partner. This could be a friend. I'm not sure, but I'm picking up on a masculine not really being supportive, and a feminine being more so supportive. Okay, I'm picking up also on like the father side of the family doesn't support what you do, but your mother's side is supportive and loving, and will continue to honor you. That's also something that I'm picking up on the side, okay? Let's look into your love life, and then we will end this reading with some Moonology cards, okay? By the way, I am open for readings. I do feel as though I'm gonna take a break from readings sometime in March, so you're still able to book for February, but just to let you know, I'm thinking about holding off personal readings for for March. The link is in my bio. January is already sold out, but yeah, just click the description box. Love. So energy surrounding Capricorns in love, please. Energy surrounding Capricorns in love for the rest of January. Oh boy, Venus in your sign. This can be very, very freeing, or it's just going to cause more headaches. It depends how Venus is aspected in your natal chart, all right? But let's see the overall energy surrounding Capricorns in love this January. Energy surrounding Capricorns in love this January. Energy surrounding Capricorns in love this January. Ooh, okay. So first and foremost, we got the Hangman, followed by the Justice card in reverse. Like I said, a lot of you may be still holding on to any type of injustice you've experienced. Maybe you are healing from this type of injustice, and that's why things are, you know, not really progressing when it comes to your love life. I'm also picking up on the need to release any type of sorrow or any type of wrongdoing that someone has done to you, even if they did not apologize for hurting your feelings or for hurting you. That's what I'm picking up on. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Wands. So you may be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, we got the Death card in reverse, Six of Wands, Four of Cups, Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, okay. All right, so Capricorn, I'm definitely seeing mention here of someone refusing to move on from an old situation, someone refusing to move on from something that is long gone, that is long dead, all right? If you are currently in a relationship, this could, again, represent that you are still harboring resentment or hurt, pain from any type of wrongdoings, either that you have done or maybe your partner has done, okay? So maybe someone here needs to speak up about something that they have yet to own up to. There is heavy mention here of karma, all right? So not wanting to do unto others what we would want to, you know, treating others the way we want to be treated, okay? Those of you who are not in relationships, I am picking up on, again, things from the past that you're still holding on to. This could definitely be an ex as well, especially if you are dealing with or used to deal with an air sign, so a Gemini, Libra, what's the other one? Aquarius, okay? So I do feel as though there's someone that is still in contact with you, even if they're not an air sign. I feel so there's an ex or someone from the past that you are still in contact with, or this person reaches out to you here and there. I'm picking up on like sporadic text messages or DMs, something of the sort. But I'm feeling as though whatever it is, Capricorn, whatever you got going on, do not block your blessings. You're allowing something to get in between of your progress when it comes to your love life, okay? I don't know if you're, again, still hung up on the past, still hung up on a past love, but there is heavy mention here of you needing to move the F on, okay? We got the Six of Swords in reverse and we got the Death card. So I feel as though it's time for you to embrace a new beginning when it comes to your love life. There's a new cycle that is waiting to be rebirthed, but first there needs to be a funeral for the past. First, you need to actually bury a hatchet. Bury the hatchet. I feel as though a conversation may need to be taking place, or you're going to have to get closure for things even without the other party being involved. Okay, does that make sense? I'm gonna put you on real quick, Capricorn. You do not need to wait for others to acknowledge the pain they put you through in order to start the healing process. You actually have full control over your healing process. You have full control over you learning how to heal yourself, full control over what it is that you will allow yourself to put up with, okay? So even if you are no longer dealing with someone, it doesn't mean that you need to deal with them messaging you all the time, okay? There is a block button that exists for a reason, all right? And even if they're finding other ways to contact you through the block button, that doesn't necessarily mean that this person is a soulmate, all right? I'm also going to tell you that there is, in fact, a soulmate connection around the corner. I don't think that it is the ex that you have been holding on to, the one that has been hurting you, and all of that stuff. But for some, I do feel as though the soulmate connection could indeed be someone that you are still harboring negative feelings about, okay? So it kind of goes two ways. But what I'm seeing overall for those of you watching, generally, I do feel as though there is pain that needs to be released, and there is pain that needs to be like moved on from. I feel as though there's something that you are holding back from expressing, or something that you are most importantly holding back from releasing, and this is causing you to block your blessings, okay? Because there is true love here. We got the Six of Cups. This may be with someone that you've already met. Maybe this is someone that is in the friend zone, or maybe this is someone that you are currently romantically involved with. But again, there is a lack of process here because you're still holding on to things that you need to move on from. If you feel like someone owes you an apology and this is someone that you genuinely want a future with, I would encourage you to speak up on it. Like, hey, like, you hurt me, so what are we gonna do about this, okay? If you're the one that needs to take accountability for something, even if it happened in the past and you're still feeling guilty about it, do speak up about that, okay? But I feel as though overall, someone just needs to get over something. Let me see more. Temperance card, the Star card, King of Wands. Don't be holding on to an old situation simply because you are afraid of the unknown or afraid that you will never find love again. We got the Star card here, and again, I'm feeling like a lot of you will unexpectedly be finding love, especially, again, they're showing me with the King of Wands a lot of fire sign energy, okay? I'm also picking up on Aquarius energy here, but I'm feeling as though a lot of you could be falling in love unexpectedly. Maybe you will fall back in love with the current partner that you are with. I'm getting different messages here, but I'm feeling overall that whatever you're doing right now, Capricorn, it is simply not working out for you. I feel as though there is an uneven balance here of energies, and things are just not being like equally divided, distributed, all that stuff. And I know that someone needs to speak up because one person is taking on too much at a time while the other one is harboring far too many burdens, far too many responsibilities. And I feel as though, Capricorn, I do feel as though you are partly responsible for the amount of pain and trauma that you're allowing yourself to hold on to, because you are simply not vocalizing any of this to your partner or to whatever you got going on, okay? But yeah, I'm feeling as though a lot of you are kind of being stubborn and choosing to look at the negatives rather than focusing on what you are grateful for, focusing on what you are trying to manifest, okay? And I feel as though what is kind of blocking these blessings is the healing that needs to take place. And the healing cannot take place if you're not taking accountability for what it is that you need to heal from, okay? Does that make sense? But again, you don't need to wait for someone else to come to you and confess their sins and, like, confess anything. Healing starts when you wanted to, okay? I don't want to be too redundant, so we're just gonna move on to the Moonology. What does Capricorn need to know right now? What does Capricorn need to know right now? Okay, a lot of cards are falling, so I know that your guides have a lot to say. I will pull more cards than I usually pull because I feel like you really need to hear this. Okay, so what do the Capricorns need to hear right now? Please show us what the Capricorns need to hear. What Capricorns does Spirit, what messages does Spirit have for Capricorns? What Spirit does I can't even talk. Okay, anyways, we're just gonna pull the cards. We're just gonna pull the cards. We're just gonna go with it. Okay. First card, nothing will come out of this situation. Absolutely. Nothing will come out of this situation. So all of you that are out here holding on to something, not knowing why you are holding on to it, even though it's causing you pain, sorrow, confusion, nothing is going to come out of this situation. That's what the card confirms. You got, what do you need to release? I'm so happy that this card came up. You need to read this again. What do you need to release, Capricorn? What do you need to release? There are things you need to release. You're watching a girl on YouTube that is telling you you need to release something. So here we are. What do you need to release? What do you need to release? We got a win-win outcome is forecast. Absolutely. Once you speak your mind, once you vocalize on whatever it is, you know, the silent battles you've been going through, your other person or the universe will be, you know, aligning itself accordingly. And I'm seeing that there's nothing that you have to lose when it comes to affirming your boundaries and making sure that you secure the bag, which is peace of mind. Okay, does that make sense? I feel as though you're worried that you're gonna hurt someone's feelings, you're worried about the unknown, but win-win outcome is forecast. That means everyone's gonna win and you're gonna be just fine and you don't need to worry about hurting anyone's feelings. Okay, we got be bold and make the first move. Okay, this is especially for the Capricorn moons watching. It's time for you to make some type of move. All right, and what else do we have here? Take time to breathe out. Absolutely, because Capricorn, you need to relax. Like you actually need rest. I told you this in your last reading that you needed rest, and some of you did not rest, and now here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys. Just know it's all love on my end. I always love you guys, always rooting for you. I'm always here for you, and yeah, I'll see you guys in your next reading. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That really helps with the algorithm. Bye.